does. And then some of these viewers are going to stick around to watch him later on Tasty Steve's stream, possibly for ICFC. I could be wrong.
That's right.
Cultivating his own clout.
Ridge is big brain. I see you, Ridge.
Actually cultivating his own clout.
I see you, Ridge. Big brain. All right, we're at the winners' final of tonight's week 8 for ICFC. Kurokich going up against Yammini. Another classic.
Yep. Starting off with that good Tasty Steve and yeah.
Oh no.
That whip, they buffed that. Hello?
Damn.
And Potemkin's a big boy too, and that still whiffed. But Kurokich right now just running through Yammini. This is definitely a matchup that we saw a lot during season 1. I would love to see the records against each other. I don't know if anybody has that stat on deck. And that's another one of these things I love about these weekly is you play the same guys a lot, and it really teaches you it's so important. People don't realize how much that plays into even offline tournaments like CEO, etc., because, you know, these guys play each other all the time at these offline events. They start to learn each other's tricks and stuff, and you'll see it like every time Justin Wong commentates somebody, he'll be like, oh yeah, this person backdashes in this situation a lot. You know, they pick up these tells, you know, and it's so important to know.
Yeah, that cerebral battle that they're having against each other this is super risky to do against anyone else, but against you, I think it's a good idea.
And that, yeah, he does that every time, and I need to start copying that when he does that Mega Fist into the Hammerfall, and the Hammerfall whiffs, but he's still plus, and he's even though he doesn't even Hammerfall breaks it, it's like it gives him the right timing for a perfect meaty. It's such a neat sequence that he uses. Before, I used to see Kurokich whiff that Hammerfall all the time, and I was like, I always thought he missed the break, but then he'd always just go for the close S afterwards, and only after a while I was like, this is a setup, man.
There's someone should do a video. It might be already out there. Someone needs to do a video on it, like exotic frame kills, because frame kills are half of Oki. Like,
yes, they are.
When you whiff like crazy stuff, you're like, that's not a frame kill. You're definitely mistimed something there, and you don't mistime it. And they get hit. It's because of the dance. It's the DDR dance before they wake up.
Do you know what it is as well? I'll say a counter argument to that as well is if someone's seen the setup too long, like too many times, it becomes too telegraphed, despite it being like the perfect frame kill to get like the right Oki. Because it happens in other fighting games. I see it happening in other fighting games. I do it in other fighting games. But it's like sometimes it can be a bit too telegraphed. But then again, I don't think people get enough credit for actually finding the right frame kill to get some of these setups to work like perfectly, right? So.
Plus another thing too is if you are a command grab character, you know, you're just like, oh please get used to it as much as possible. Block on your wake up, please. Because that's what in Street Fighter V, G is one of the famous ones for having these frame kills where he whiffs the dash punch and it looks like he's totally vulnerable.
Oh yeah, they're all accidental, James. Oh.
Did you just slander all of the G players out there? I did.
From a Mika player as well. That's crazy.
Mika player? What's that? I played that pink-haired woman with a whip. What's that?
You do now. Oh my gosh! Speaking of pink whip, Kurokich's pink pot whipped out the burst, completely whiffed. Now he's on like 20%. Yammini chasing him down, corner position.
Yeah. No big deal. Flicker. You know, Yammini's at 100%. That's just 2 pot busters.
Dude,
there's one.
Backwards.
One.
Yeah. And he YRC.
Oh, he could have did it. He could have did another one.
Yeah, he actually did block the YRC.
Yeah.
Or bogey flicks. Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Air throw. Change it. Oh no! Don't change the number. It wasn't a win. I thought it was.
It wasn't a kill. But look at that. Kurokich was, like you said, had about like 15% of his life versus a full bar Yammini. And again, low guts on Ramlethal is just one of those recipes for the Potemkin comeback. It's like every time Potemkin sees like a Milia or a Chip or a Ramlethal, they know that they can always make the comeback because all you need is just that one sequence and the whole thing is over just like that.
Well, I mean, I think in a lot of the contemporary fighters we have nowadays, I mean, as long as your health bar's still intact, there's always a chance. I know there's good and bad matchups, but with the comeback mechanics and whatever happens in these games, the high damage output, as long as your health bar is intact, there's always a chance, man.
Look, the way that I teach everybody is you get perfects every once in a while. So if you're down like 90% to 10%, dude, you can still get a perfect at that point.
For sure.
Speaking of.
And I love the way they drop. Like, you can with the weightlessness on the character that's held up in the sky.
Perfect as well. My guy Kurokich, please.
Wow.
Oh no.
On her jaw. Did you see that counter hit? Oh my gosh, she's over. I'm back.
I think the ambulance is calling me again. Hold on.
True enemy into death.
Oh no,
not dead.
Not quite.
I think dead.
No, not quite. Not
Oh
quite.
no. Okay.
AJM, hire me. Today I've not been wrong. Okay.
So you haven't. Oh.
You know,
beat into that.
It's crazy because as a Potemkin player, I rely on that super way too much to get me out of situations. Kurokich rarely uses that super in wake up and reversal situations, and